are here to wake up, wake up, wake up together. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Boom chaka laka laka boom 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 chaka laka laka boom boom.
Excellent. Excellent. Bravo, bravo.
And just like that, we are here.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. I am Cassie.
And I'm Victoria.
And today we're continuing our curious exploration through the chakras, through the 7 major energy centers of our body. And today we're diving into the solar plexus.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, this is a big one. It's our center of power and strength and fire. And so to recap, so far we have looked at the root chakra, which is the center that connects us to the earth. So it's our lowest chakra at the base of our spine. And this is where we feel connected and supported and safe and trusting of life. Yeah.
Yeah. We need those roots. We need that foundation. It's like having a foundation to a house. You know, imagine a house without a foundation. It would fall over. And so
True that.
our root chakra is the foundation of our self, of our soul, of our body, and it needs to be intact in order for us to feel safe and confident and trusting in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we move up into the sacral chakra. So when the energy of the root is flowing nicely, it can flow up into the sacral chakra. And this chakra is, or energy center, is located just below the umbilical cord, the umbilicus, or not the cord, the umbilicus, or the belly button, whatever you want to call it. Bleep, 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 bleep. And when the energy is flowing nicely in that center, we can experience and express joy and pleasure and fun and our sensuality and sexuality in a way where we feel guilt-free, you know, in a way where we feel like we can just express it because we can, because we trust life. And yeah.
Beautiful. And as amazing as those energy centers are, today we're in the solar plexus, and this is a big one. This is where we feel connected to our power and our self-worth and our deservedness of living the life that we want to live and making the decisions that we want to make for us, and where we feel into our needs and express our needs and ask others to meet our needs.
I love watching you say that. Oh, I love watching this girl step into her solar plexus.
Oh, well, it's so interesting because we've talked about this before we jumped on today, is both of us in our lives had prided ourselves for so long on being so easygoing. Like, I remember being so proud of being able to say, I'm such a chill girlfriend. I'm low maintenance. You won't have to pay much attention to me at all. So chill, so easygoing. And I used that as being like one of my best qualities, and I praised myself on that. But coming around to the other side, recognizing that on the other side of that is a lack of recognition of what my needs are, and a lack of ability and strength to speak those needs and to ask for those needs to be met. And so it's an interesting place to come to, where it's like, oh wow, I can have a need that I can ask for and that deserves to be met because it's something really important to me. Oh.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. And then on the, you know, the side of that is that we become so easygoing and just whatever, you know, it's your choice. Let's do what you want to do. That kind of talk, you know, and you think you're just being so nice, but really it's a continual letting self down and a continual almost becoming like a doormat for someone else's needs and someone else's desires and wants. And we can grow resentful of people because of that, because suddenly it's like, wait a minute, I've just given everything away. I'm not speaking up for myself or what I want to do or my own choices, and so I'm now resenting you and I'm mad at you and you're an a-hole, and that's that. Yeah. And so we're coming out of that now and finding that that's just a pattern and a loop that doesn't need to be played out anymore. And so I feel that Actually, it's a stage that we are in collectively as a humanity right now. We're moving from this power center, and it's been an overactive power center, which has been more competitive in nature and kind of like, competing against one another and not really honoring each other and our own choices and our needs and all that. And so growing resentful with the collective, with each other, getting really mad, fighting, all this kind of stuff out there in the world. And we're shifting up into the heart. And so in order to be able to come into this beautiful heart space that is our most powerful center, we have to move through the solar plexus and find balance within the solar plexus so that the energy can move up into the heart. And so part of that is releasing and dissolving all the mechanisms of control that we put on each other and ourselves, so that we can move up into the heart and start to live in a more harmonious way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting energy center, because when the energy is blocked and not flowing properly, that's when we can feel powerless, and we can feel like our life isn't our own, our decisions aren't our own to make. And I know for me, I have a lot of experience with this energy center. As a lot of you know, I went through about 2 years being on and off crutches, mostly on. And so this energy center, the solar plexus, is related to the knees, which is where I was experiencing these health problems. And really it was because of a lack of decisiveness and feeling like I had power and control over making my own decisions and the direction that my life was going, and listening to all the shoulds that society has out there, like, oh, you should do this, oh, this is the next step, oh, you do this and this and this and this. And so, when the energy is blocked in this center, then we can start feeling powerless, and with that comes along potentially health issues as well, and gut issues. And so it's really, really important to address this and to look at it within ourselves, lest it lead to physical manifestations in the body that are like, hey, pay attention, I'm here. Knock, knock.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the times we're in, there's so much control happening outside in so many different ways. Everybody trying to control everybody in a multitude of different ways, and it's so interesting to watch it all playing out. And ultimately, for myself, just discovering that recently, I've really stepped into really coming in to know who I am and being able to express who I am, which is this beautiful, fun, vibrant, joyous, childlike person that I am. And I just love living in the imagination world. And for so long, I've been blocking that part of myself. And so for myself, what I've been doing lately with my solar plexus is unraveling this control that I actually had over myself. And so I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, but these patterns are developed from childhood, like we've spoken about before. And so from 0 to 7, we're the most impressionable, where the imprinting happens. And so for myself, I think I remember a distinct time where I was like being all bright when I was little, like, woohoo, here I am, world, I'm here. And it was like, no, don't do that. And that one no was enough to create a pattern within myself where I held on to that. And it was like, oh my goodness, if I do that, I'm in trouble. If I do that, I'm wrong. If I express myself in that bright, vibrant way, there's something wrong. And so for my whole life, I've been holding back. And I remember going through some phases too where I was like, I have to be serious. In order to be taken seriously, I need to be serious. And so I became more serious. And now I'm just like unpacking all of that and unraveling it and releasing it and realizing that, hey, like that's no freaking fun. Like I'm here to experience and express joy, and that's what I'm going to do. And as I'm coming through out onto the other side, I realized that I was the one now holding onto that control of that one word that was spoken to me from a little child, and it's me. I get to release that control of myself. And so for a long time I took it as people were controlling me and trying to control my light, but I've taken my power back from that, and I'm saying, no, I've been controlling myself, and so I get to let it go, and I get to step into freedom and being bright and beautiful and fun and everything. So really excited about that. It feels like super liberating to take that power back and let go of control of myself.
Such a huge realization, to realize that, yes, you know, maybe there are these mechanisms of control externally, but it's really us controlling ourselves. And so, you know, how do we shift that? Well, when the energy is flowing freely in the solar plexus, we can connect to this deep sense of worthiness. It's like, I am worthy to live the life that I want. I am worthy to request my needs and to ask people for what I need. I am worthy to speak my opinion and ask for things to go in a direction that I want them to go, instead of just being like apathetic really to the direction and the decisions that are made in our lives. And so, yeah, it's so beautiful to connect to that space, to really feel yourself as worthy of all things that you desire and the life that you want to create. That is what an imbalance solar plexus chakra looks like. When it's in balance, when the energy is flowing, it's like, yeah, I want this, and I really, really deserve to have this need met in my life. And so I'm going to ask.
Yes, beautiful. And we're also worthy to say no. You know, we're worthy of saying no to something. That's okay. And we're worthy of making choices for ourselves. Like, yeah, we're worthy of that. Every single one of us is worthy of living the best life that we possibly can. And so, yeah, it's really exciting. I feel we're in a huge shift right now, and letting go of all this unworthiness and all these false stories and ideas and beliefs, and just
people pleasing.
Yes, yeah, people pleasing, all that stuff. I was an excellent people pleaser, I must say. Yeah, constantly super lost and like trying to please everybody. It was like, who am I? Like, what am I?
I think I have a people pleasing certificate on my wall. I graduated with honors.
I beat you. That's playing out the competitive nature of the solar plexus.
Yeah.
Maybe we tie.
Yeah,
that?
Deal. We tie.
But I let it go now.
Yeah, it's true. This can manifest in so many ways in our lives. So if you see in yourself that there's been a pattern, a habit of people pleasing throughout your life, then that could be something to look at. Where is that coming from? And I know for me, it has been directly tied to that. Oh, but am I allowed to ask for what I need? Am I allowed to need anything? Am I allowed? Am I worthy of doing that? Am I good enough? Am I enough to have these requests, to make my own decisions, to create my life outside of the constraints that society and the box that society has molded? It's like, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Every single one of us does, and is worthy of that, and deserving of that. And there's nothing that you need to prove. And that's another thing that I have a lot of experience with an energy not flowing fully in my solar plexus, is feeling like there's something to prove. Like always trying to prove something to everyone, to prove that I deserve to be here, to prove that.
Yeah, when in actual fact, we just by the very nature of being here means we deserve to be here. Yeah, it's quite wild. And something else I really want to bring in is that there can be a tendency with the solar plexus, if it's out of balance, is to blame situations, blame life, blame experiences, blame people for feeling unworthy or for feeling controlled or whatever it might be. And, you know, we spoke about this during the sacral chakra, and it's something that is so important to bring in again, is that we're actually all innocent. You know, we're all moving through this life, and all of us are growing and experiencing different things to grow, in order to grow. And everything that comes our way is helping us to grow. And so that means that we've never done anything wrong. There's nothing we have done wrong. We are totally innocent, and when we can come to that place of that full knowing of our innocence, that's when we can let go of blame. And when we can let go of blame, that's when we can actually take our power back from all the things that we have been blaming. And that's when our energy center can come back into alignment, and we expand up into the heart. So yeah, just a really important thing to note. And it's okay if you're blaming right now. It's also okay. Like, everything is perfect and everything's unraveling perfect, but that's just a seed to plant, is that, you know, when we plant that seed of innocence and we let that flourish, and that helps us to move up into the heart, because for as long as we're blaming outside circumstances for things happening in our life, we'll be stuck, you know. So taking our power back from blame.
Yeah, I love that. Taking our power back, that's really what we're doing right now, is we're all on this inward journey with ourselves to discover who we are and connect to that powerful being that's in all of us.
And a hummingbird just flew by. Yeah.
Yeah. So like one thing that we do on a regular basis is to just notice where your energy is flowing. Notice if your energy is flowing outside of yourself to blame someone, or maybe on the opposite side to be overly trying to please someone. Like, where is your energy flowing? And take a look at that and see, okay, why? Why do I feel the need to blame this? Just getting a call, or to be overly pleasing to someone, because in both situations it's an energy imbalance in the solar plexus. And so just taking a look at your life and taking a little bit of inventory on where your energy is flowing in different situations, and asking yourself why. Just inquiring. It can be gentle, it can be light, it can be like, oh, why do I do that?
Yeah, totally. And that's enough. Just that awareness, coming into awareness of what that could be, is enough to shift yourself, so that you're not having to spill your energy outward, and you can come back into yourself and own your own energy. Yeah. And when you do see or notice something, it's also really helpful to kind of like hold your lower abdomen and just give yourself a little bit of love, you know. Just let that part of yourself, that the young child, really know that it's safe and it's okay, and whatever it is that you've been giving your energy to, and now you've come into awareness about, it's okay, it's all okay, and just to hold yourself and support yourself there. And that's enough to bring all of your energy back into your own body, where when that's happening, our energy is flowing in a really beautiful vertical way, and we come up with creative solutions for whatever it is in our life that's been taking our energy. So
yeah. And just to bring it back to this global shift that we're living in right now, we're moving from this place of competition and control up into the heart, where we can just express ourselves freely and not have expectations on one another, but just to be loving and kind to each other. Because it starts with when we can be truly, openly and honestly kind to ourselves. Then that's when the energy shifts up into the heart, and we can do that for one another. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm being hard on myself and judging myself, and the energy in my solar plexus is like raw at myself, I can try to be nice to others, but I'm like being like a little fakely nice.
Yeah.
You know, it starts with us. It starts with being able to be kind to ourselves and recognize that we are worthy and we are deserving and you are good enough. And then that can trickle up and out into the world. And yeah, what a gift to give to the world, to each other, as we move through this period collectively.
Yes, yes, yes. You're all enough, and you're all so beautifully unique and different, and oh my God, it's so nice to be different, isn't it? It's like we don't have to all be the same. I think that's a big part of self-acceptance, is knowing that you can just be yourself. And so be yourselves, people! Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
And it's okay if you don't know who that is. It can be a discovery process. You know, when we've been in society's constructs and living in the box, if you will, it's like when we start to form a new type of relationship with ourselves, it can be like, what am I like? What am I like outside of all of that? And so it's okay if you don't know that, and then you get to play, you get to explore and find out who that is, and find out what your true and honest feelings and values and expression is.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a juicy one. And so as always, please feel free to reach out to us if you would like to experience some energy healing, moving some of the energy in this solar plexus, so you can connect deeper to your sense of worthiness and your value and your power for being here.
Yeah, we're here, and we're holding you, and we're loving you as everybody goes through this together.
Yeah. Sending everyone so much love, and let us know down below, what this brought up for you, or reach out to us and let us know. And we look forward to continuing this journey through the chakras.
Next up, heart chakra. We'll see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye.